Good morning, sunshine. Are you all geared up for the day 3? What it's gonna unwind? Yes, I'm gonna take you through some of the mesmerizing, beautiful, spectacular views from my bike through road journey from Leh to Nubra, which was also called Dumra, also the Valley of Flowers, the nickname it has got in Ladakh. And I'm gonna take you to the interesting sand dunes, Khardungla Pass, Hunder Valley, TurTuk, the last village, the Toys Army Airport. So stay tuned. What's the wait? Yoo-hoo!
Thanks. I'm in Leh, beautiful sunshine on my face, and a sweet small cow grazing behind me. And there is plenty of, river, small tributaries, and as you can hear the sound of the water. But where I'm heading today is towards the Nubra Valley and the Hunder, where we find the double hump camel. Yes, and it's sunny here, but people are saying that it's actually gonna be very cold as I'm gonna also cross the Khardungla Pass. But as it says, the saying says, focus on where you want to go in life and not on your fears. And I've been hearing all these rumors while sitting in Gurgaon, and it's back in my hometown. Don't go there; it's gonna be like that and this. But I think it's all earth fine, and the places find their own way to set up life. And people here are absolutely sweet, and it's a different world altogether. I'm loving the kind of winter and a mixture of the sunshine. It's direct sun, plus also it's cold. So it's amazing. Again, I will say focus on where you want to go in life and not on your fears. And I think that would be the best way to keep going and moving further and further in life.
So my first spot in the day is gonna be the Khardungla Pass, the famous gateway to the Nubra and Shok valleys, and also claimed to be the highest motorable road pass. Famously known as the gateway to Nubra and Shok valleys in Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir, it is the highest motorable pass in the world. It is filled with tourists crossing from over Leh and stopping long enough to click some photographs. Adventure bikers from all the parts of our country and across the world visit this mountain pass on their motorcycles for an adventure soaked experience. Khardungla Pass is positioned on the Ladakh range, which is approximately 40 kilometers from Leh, sitting at an altitude of 18,379 feet, which is approximately 5,602 meters. And here I stopped at the Khardungla Pass. There is a glacier behind me, and I was feeling actually very proud, halting here and breathing in, and still feeling all good with no AMS kicking me in. But honestly speaking, I started feeling little bit of dizziness after spending 15 minutes here. Altitude sickness is a serious health concern for people who are not acclimatized to the high altitudes. So please do take care of yourself when you reach Khardungla, because you will feel it a lot as you reach there, and do carry some right set of medicines with you, because there is no emergency medical facility to treat altitude sickness along this route. The road is closed from approximately October to May due to snow, and it is often subject to long delays due to traffic congestion and narrow one-lane sections, washouts, even landslides at some point of time, and road accidents. So do take care, keep right backups with you, and plan it at the right time of the year. For folks whose GPS signal doesn't work, do try taking with yourself a map of Ladakh, and it will help you a lot. Since the distance between Leh and Khardungla Pass is just roughly 40 kilometers, if you just have to reach and enjoy Khardungla Pass, you can even plan a return trip back to Leh the similar day. It's gonna take 2 to 3 hours at one side. The road from Leh to South Pullu is still good, but from there to summit of Khardungla, it's all gravel and slushy trail. The journey to Nubra Valley, on the other hand, can take you approximately 7 to 8 hours, depending on where you are in the valley. It is preferable, I would advise, to leave early from Leh to avoid the tourist horde. Take the Khardungla path and ask any local for any directions if you get lost. You will find all the sweetest possible help around in the region to guide you right, and the road will continue to ascend until you reach the South Pulu. When actually your permits will be required, so do take with you your permits, verified permits. However, I was quite not ready for what the next view I'm gonna see on my way. Yes, this is the Shok River, and I kind of halted at North Pullu, a landscape mountains view with full of yaks grazing at North Pullu, the checkpoint on the way from Leh to Nubra Valley, which is northern part of the Leh Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, India. What could I say for this place? Seeing this beauty all around me, the hills, the valleys, the animals, the furry local hilly dogs, the sheep, the yaks grazing, and this beautiful cold chilled water. I just have to be grateful, and I can't thank enough. I thank for the sunrise, for the sunsets, for the forest full of trees, the animals, the birds I see, the lakes, the rivers, the tributaries. I'm grateful for what all we have around us and what all we have built, our bridges and our street. I can't thank enough, and for all the love that bind us all together. And you know, I mean, our saviors, even the army men's. I'm grateful for those who help us in the time, when there is all danger around us. Thank you, beautiful planet Earth. Thank you. This is our only home. बहती हवा सा था वो, उड़ती पतंग सा था वो, कहाँ गया उसे ढूंढो, हमको तो राहें थी चलाती, वो खुद अपनी राह बनाता, गिरता संभलता मस्ती में चलता था वो, हमको कल की फिक्र सताती, वो बस आज का जश्न मनाता, हर लम्हे को खुल के जीता था वो. Hey, so finally, I reached Hunder in Nubra Valley. Stark, beautiful, and remote, this Hunder village is just like an oasis in the middle of the cold desert. And it's actually called that. It has acquired fame for its desert landscape and its sand dunes. It surprises me, like in the midst of this kind of a terrain where you see snow in Khardungla, and the moment you reach little down, you start seeing the sand, and actually just like not just like for the sake of seeing sand, you have actually a desert, sand dunes. And adventure enthusiasts just like me come here to ride on the Bactrian camels, who have a history coming from Mongolia, or we also call Mongolian camels, walk along the desert and just take in breath, taking natural beauty. It's really nice finding that place finally where you can just go and relax, take a deep breath, inhale peace, and exhale happiness. So, Nubra Valley is where the Shok and Siachen rivers meet. The valley separates Ladakh from the Karakoram ranges and the mighty Siachen Glacier. The valley is accessible through the world's highest motorable road, Khardungla, which we have already covered. So, it's day 4. I'm currently in Hunder, and this is the beautiful cottage where I'm staying. A lot of green vegetables. We have apricot and apple trees all around me. But Hunder comes in Nubra Valley, and it's beautiful. I had the camel ride, the double hump camel ride yesterday, and there are plenty more of the things over here. And it's very peaceful out here, and very amazing combination of seeing the snow while in the route from Leh to
Nubra to see the sand, and then just imagine that how one place can offer you all these things of hot, cold, sand, and snow combinations. Where I'm heading towards today is I'll be moving from here to TurTuk now, which is the a village, and it was actually under Pakistan till 1971 when Indian Army captured it and it became the part of India. It's also way to the Siachen Glacier, and it's very much famous for its fruits like apricots and all the wintry fruits. But apricots, it's like majorly famous for. Um, what is a tip I would like to give all of you is if you are planning to go to Turtuk and also you want to come to Nubra and Hunder, uh, and you have a plan to go to Pangong, then you should plan your day, which I did a mistake. Like from Leh, you should actually go first to um, you know, Turtuk directly and not take a stay in Hunder or Nubra Valley and go to Turtuk, take a stay there, or maybe next day come back to Nubra, because your route from Turtuk to Pangong is going to be via the Nubra Valley. So now it's going to be an add on for me of 80 kilometers because I am going from Nubra to Turtuk, which is 80 kilometers, and then from tomorrow I would have to leave from Turtuk to Pangong, which would be an additional 80 because I have to anyhow go via Hundar and Nubra where I'm staying today. So Leh, Turtuk, Nubra, and then Pangong. So that's the
The quote fits apt for this place. It's not the destination, it's the journey which you should enjoy. So enjoy the journey because destination is just a mirage. And by the way, in Ladakh, if you're traveling to such long distances via your bike, two-wheeler, or any, even if you're doing a four-wheeler, you should carry enough petrol, enough engine oil, and some spare parts along with you to just, deal with any kind of situation you might have to encounter en route. Because it's a difficult terrain. Your vehicle also needs rest. You also need rest. You even have to do the driving and or be a pillion or a side person. But just make sure that you are keeping yourself safe. And guess what? Interestingly, talking about the safety, I met the first accident in Ladakh, though, however, I had to fall later. But the person who were living, where I took the homestay, he was so helpful. He took me to the nearest TurTuk hospital. I got the tetanus, I got my medicine prescription, and he even offered me the kava tea back at the homestay. Where do you find such helpful people? Turtuk is located on the banks of the Shyok River. Geographically, the village is in the Balistan region, which has been under Pakistan administration, except for the five villages of the Turtuk block, which are part of India. These are the villages which form the only region in India populated by Balti people. There are plenty of cafes available this day. If you are a pure vegetarian, there would be no problem getting the food. However, I really learned how people over here grow food in this difficult terrain. Like in 6 months, where they're almost under snow, they have to deep freeze everything they grow in whatever the 2 3 months of summer they call, and even their cattle have least possible food to graze when it's actually winter, so they have to collect a lot of fodder for them. The life is difficult, but the village is sweet, people are simple, extra helpful, and it's actually almost in deep down in the nature peace. You can hear the rivers making this beautiful sound. Like I have tried multiple different kind of water and river meditation. This is the kind of music they use over there, and these people are getting this so naturally, which probably they are not even aware of. They're indirectly they're doing that water meditation, and it's beautiful. It's located in deep hills. There is this Siachen river, or the Nubra river you say, flows here. Kind of, you can say, a tributary of Shyok river also over here are available. So interestingly, Turtuk was under Pakistan control until the war of 1971, when the Indian army captured the village. It is the last outpost of the India's Ladakh, and it is also one of the gateways to the Siachen Glacier. And also, there are some more interesting facts about TurTuk, that it is actually a very small village sandwiched between the Karakoram range and the Himalayan mountains. It is one of the kind of northernmost villages of the India, second only to Murgo village, the northernmost village of the India, and it is situated in the Nubra Tehsil of the Leh district, kind of 205 kilometers away from Leh, and the district is headquartered like 2.5 kilometers from the line of control LOC, which we say between India and Pakistan.